Welcome to a fast-paced plot recap of Dune Part 2. Following the devastating attack on House Atreides, Paul and his mother, Jessica, are left stranded in the harsh Arrakis desert. They are found by a Fremen sietch, facing initial skepticism. Through combat and adapting to the environment, Paul begins to earn respect. After defeating Jamis in a ritual duel, Paul becomes a figure of prophecy among some Fremen, seen as the Lisan al-Gaib, fueled by Bene Gesserit legends. Stilgar becomes a fervent believer, seeing every action as a sign. Meanwhile, Lady Jessica undergoes the perilous Water of Life ritual, transforming into a reverend mother and gaining immense prescience. Paul trains rigorously in the desert, mastering Fremen ways like using wind traps and sandwalking. Now a reverend mother, Jessica strategically works to spread the prophecy, uniting the hesitant northern Fremen tribes, especially the vulnerable, under Paul. The Fremen, using their deep knowledge of Arrakis, begin launching increasingly bold and effective attacks on Harkonnen spice harvesting operations. Paul actively participates in these raids, showcasing his formidable fighting skills and rapidly growing into a capable leader. He is given his Fremen names Usul and Muad'Dib. Paul, increasingly plagued by disturbing visions of a horrific, galaxy-wide holy war fought in his name. A crucial Fremen trial sees Paul successfully ride a massive sandworm for the first time, an act that solidifies his place and earns him widespread awe and respect. Across the galaxy, on Giedi Prime, the Emperor and Princess Irulan discuss the volatile situation on Arrakis. The Harkonnens, losing control under Raban's brutal inefficiency and declining spice production, position Feyd-Rautha, the Baron's other nephew, as the new governor. Feyd-Rautha's own sadistic and ruthless nature is chillingly displayed in gladiatorial arena combat. The Bene Gesserit, including Reverend Mother Mohiem and Lady Margot Fenring, continue their ancient machinations, testing Feyd-Rautha as a potential alternative Kwisatz Haderach and securing his bloodline. Paul is unexpectedly reunited with Gurney Halleck, who survived the initial attack and has become a spice smuggler. Gurney reveals the location of the Atreides family's hidden atomic arsenal, a terrifying power Paul could potentially wield. Wrestles with the potential use of the atomics, a path that deeply troubles Chani, who distrusts the prophecy and the power Paul is accumulating. Following a devastating Harkonnen attack on a Fremen sietch in the north, Stilgar urges Paul to travel south and lead the fundamentalist tribes, fully embracing the Lisan al-Gaib prophecy. Paul initially resists, fearing this path will cost him his relationship with Chani and the peaceful future he desires. However, driven by grief for the lost and the urgent need to protect his people, and seeking full clarity in his prescient visions, Paul makes the momentous decision to undergo the Water of Life ritual himself, an act previously believed lethal to men. He survives, his eyes turning a brilliant blue, gaining total access to his ancestral memories and visions. This also reveals the shocking truth of his heritage. He is a Harkonnen, the grandson of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen through his mother. Embracing his fate and the prophecy, Paul declares himself Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis and the Lisan al-Gaib to the southern tribes. They hail him, ready to follow him to paradise, which he now understands is not a physical place but a state of being achieved through struggle. The Emperor arrives on Arrakis with the Great Houses and his elite Sardaukar forces, intending to swiftly quell the Fremen rebellion. Paul, now fully Muad'Dib, unleashes the unified Fremen army. Utilizing sandworms to breach defenses and employing the hidden atomic weapons to destroy the shield wall protecting the capital, he decimates the Harkonnen forces and assaults the Emperor's stronghold. In the ensuing chaos, Paul confronts and swiftly kills Glossu Raban, avenging the devastation wrought upon Arrakis. Within the besieged Imperial residency, Paul issues a stark warning to the Great Houses, threatening to annihilate all spice production across the galaxy if they do not acknowledge his claim to the throne. He demands the Emperor's daughter, Princess Irulan, in marriage to solidify his power and challenges the Emperor's champion for the right to rule. Feyd-Rautha steps forward. Paul and Feyd-Rautha engage in a fierce, ritualistic Kreis-Knife duel. Despite sustaining injuries, Paul's skill and enhanced prescience allow him to ultimately defeat and fatally stab Feyd-Rautha. With Feyd-Rautha dead and the Emperor defeated, Irulan offers herself as Paul's bride to spare her father's life and secure the imperial succession. Paul accepts, claiming the throne and demanding justice for his father, Duke Leto. As the assembled Great Houses, appalled by the upheaval and Paul's lineage, refuse to acknowledge his ascendancy. Paul turns to his Fremen army and directs them towards the arriving ships of the dissenting houses, initiating the holy war he tragically foresaw, and much to the despair of Chani, who walks away, refusing to follow this messianic path. This recap only scratches the surface of the epic journey Paul Atreides undertakes on Arrakis. To fully experience the intricate plot, stunning visuals, and intense emotional depth, you really need to watch the complete movie.